I worked a wedding where we had to stop the father of the bride from hotboxing to do the father-bride dance. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Wedding Confessions. And this time it's from a guest or vendor perspective that's just... We're in for a treat today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jamie. I'm a wedding planner, and occasionally I like to do videos like this because we all need something to laugh about these days now, don't we? As a reminder, in the beginning of all these videos, if you are stressed out about your wedding and you feel like this video might make you feel more stressed, like maybe don't watch it. But if you feel like laugh crying, maybe we all just take this as a potential lesson to learn ahead of time of what not to do at an event, shall we? So without further ado, let's just jump right on into it. Groom was 40 minutes late, DJ missed all his cues, and the catering no-showed. That makes me sweat immediately. Okay, the 40 minutes late part, it's not great, but we can deal with that. DJ missing all his cues, definitely had that happen before, but the catering no-showing is like one of the worst weddings I've ever worked in my career. The catering almost no-showed, and I cannot tell you the level of panic that exuded from within me. Even though I had a calm, cool exterior, that's like such a huge part of the event. Okay, I also, of course, found a Reddit thread that I thought was absolutely hilarious. I never go onto Reddit, ever. Reddit is not my thing until I need to find confessions or wedding horror stories, and then we use them. So I'll link this one down below. There's plenty of interesting stories, but I'm just going to pick out a few of them because I can. My brother had an interesting toast at our wedding. He is genuinely a super friendly guy that everyone likes. He proceeded to get fairly drunk, and when his best man speech started, he proceeded to thank all for attending. Next, he had to thank the grandparents for attending and doing what they did, gesturing with air quotes, so that our parents could be Next was a thanks to the parents for doing what they did, so we kids could all be there. I don't like it. Then he mumbles, "God bless the mashed potatoes." Oh, God. And drops the mic, stumbling off the dance floor. We had a good meal of prime rib and some of the best chipotle pepper mashed potatoes ever. The whole reception erupted in laughter, and my mom went to the chef to get the recipe, and then she put the recipe because if it's good enough to make the toast, God bless the mashed potatoes. My cousin made it her announcement party. Told everyone she was having twins. Made it about her. Okay. You know those viral videos where someone gets engaged at your wedding? How do you feel about that? Would you be all for it? Be like, yay, go best friend, Or would you feel, I guess it kind of depends on who it is. Or do you just not want anything like that happening at your event? Let me know in the comments below. Because I feel like for a couple people, I'd be like, yay. Other people, I'd be like, no, don't do that. I'm going to skip ahead. Okay, I'm going to switch back to, let's switch back to the ones that you guys submitted. I don't want to read anything else like that. My mom's wedding was so badly coordinated, I used it as what not to do for my own. If anything you take away from this video, let it be that. I am completely sweating right now. This stuff makes me so uncomfortable. At my sister's wedding, I left to take a nap during the reception, but woke up the next day. Bye. Congratulations. See you tomorrow. I'm so sorry. Nope, not reading that one. Y'all, you are... As a hangry maid of honor, I ate one of the appetizers that was packaged for the couple to take at the end. Listen, if you're not going to feed me, I'm going to take your food. I actually was a bridesmaid in a wedding once, and I was pregnant with my son. And they didn't, there was stuff for us to eat kind of in the morning. But it was all very high in sugar. A couple of fruits, not really very many pastries, but I'm growing a human. And the bride loved chicken nuggets. So we literally went through the drive-thru. Did we go through the drive-thru? I think we fit the drive-thru in a limo and got her a bunch of chicken nuggets, and then got a couple of 20 pieces for the rest of us gals to split. There's probably 8 of us. I get 4.5 nuggets, right? We walk down the aisle for the ceremony. I start to feel completely ill. I'm like, something's wrong. I leave the ceremony and go lay down on a bench. Mind you, I'm a planner by now, so I know how wrong this is. And so I'm like signaling to the photographer to let her know that I'm like stepping away because I'm not well. And so bless her, she just zooms on in. She gets all up in there and gets close. And so I don't have to worry about like the wide shots of them not knowing I'm there. And my husband was looking down for some reason, then looked back up and I was just gone. And I'm just like laying on a bench somewhere. So yeah, feature wedding party, please and thank you. I ended up gathering myself and I was able to stand back up and go back to the ceremony, but we need more than 4.5 nuggies, thank you. The couple went up on a balcony and counted their gift money in full view while the guests had nothing to do. At least be secretive about it. Like, at least go somewhere else or hide behind a pillar. Like, duh, I know you're excited. People are giving you money. That's something to be very excited about. But like, at least please move somewhere else. We were 5 minutes late to show up and we missed the whole ceremony. Oh no! A girlfriend of mine, this is all, wow, I'm sharing more stories than I expected. This is before I was a wedding planner, and a girlfriend of mine was very specific about the start time of her ceremony. She's like, it starts at 5. We lock the doors at 5:01. Like, it's just done. We lock the doors. And I was carpooling with someone else, and we were running behind, and it got a little chaotic, and we were literally there at like 5 o'clock and 30 seconds, running up the stairs, and we were stopped by the coordinator. And we're like, come on! So then we had to go upstairs to the balcony and like watch from there. I felt really bad because I wanted to be down and like present and be like, hi girlfriend. Not that she would have seen me. But yeah, some people are very particular about their start times. Another Reddit one. The wedding wasn't ruined, but we narrowly avoided a minor disaster. It wasn't a guest, but our ring bearer who dropped and lost our rings shortly before the ceremony. Thankfully, the rings were found and recovered in time. We can't place too much blame on him, though, since he was only an 8-year-old and a Pomeranian. We actually had a situation where we lost a ring. Oh, I filmed behind the scenes of this event. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys remember this. It's the one up in Washington State on San Juan Island. And we lost the ring. And I felt awful. There's literally a clip of me tying the ring. I think there's a clip of me. I don't know if I ended up cutting it out of the video or not because I was the one who tied it onto the pillow. And I was like, I don't know, this kid's really young. Like, it might have been me. It might have been my knot tying skills. Or it might have been that he was like picking at the... I don't know what happened. But he goes to walk down the aisle and the groom's ring is gone. It's just gone. And I'm like, oh, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to handle this? We ended up getting the ring from, I think, the father of the groom. And we had it as a substitute, even though it wasn't going to fit on the groom's finger. And I'm like frantically searching around and it's grass and it's right off of a deck and there's like some rocks and everything. And I'm literally like almost on my hands and knees at the back of this ceremony, just trying to figure out where it was. And I'm like, this ring could be gone forever. It could be gone forever. By the grace of God, it was like a rose or yellow gold, so it didn't blend in. And then all of a sudden, ding, like just like Bilbo Baggins moment where I'm like, I found my precious. So while everyone's still standing at the beginning of the ceremony, I either have to climb up on the deck that's like up higher and to the side where everyone can see me, or try to squeeze between like the rows of where the guests are seated to get to the front, to get to the last groomsmen, to hand them the ring so they could like pass it down the line. So I'm like, excuse me, because I'm not going up on that patio. No way, because it might as well be like, hi guys, I found the ring in the middle of their ceremony, right? So I'm like trying to get past people, and then I don't know why I thought this would make me less visible. I like crouched down like this and like trundled my way on up to the very last groomsman, put the ring in his hand, and then like tried to book it back out, but it wasn't a clear path. So again, I'm like through all the people. From then on out, because of that event, it could have been my knot tying skills. I didn't. I don't recommend having rings in a box or attached to anything. Or I wouldn't say I ruined the wedding, but I definitely ruined one of my best friend's first dance. So my friend asked me to be the DJ at their wedding. Oh no. Which basically meant being the guy with the mic for introductions and hitting play on the playlist when the dance started. I should probably mention that I effing hate public speaking, but hey, anything for a friend, right? I'm already so uncomfortable. So it comes time to do introductions for the bridal party and start the first dance. So I say the names of the bridesmaids and groomsmen during the introductions. They all do their stupid dance that all the people seem to do now. Then I get to the bride and groom. My first mess up was to introduce the bride by her maiden name right off the bat, then say F into the microphone and correct myself. My second mess up was I started to play their song for the first dance before I introduced them. So by the time they'd walked into the venue and everyone stopped clapping, the song was 3/4 of the way over when they started to dance. So they danced for about 10 to 15 seconds. The song ended and I, S you not, this was an outdoor wedding. And as soon as the song ended, it was dead silent except for the crickets in the field. Literally awkward crickets while everyone turned to look at me like, WTF, you started the song too soon. So I was like, you want me to play it again? The bride and groom said, no, forget about it. And that's how I messed up my friend's first dance. Oh my gosh. Oh, I knew. I mean, obviously we're on a thread of like guest confessions, so I knew that wasn't going to land well, but oh man. Yeah. It was some guy in a red suit having an obsession with closing the door. What? It was some guy in a red suit having an obsession closing the door. Well, you obviously haven't heard of closing the door then. It's much better to fix these things with a sense of poise and rationality. During my wedding, my brother passed out while standing at the altar in the middle of our vows. Did you forget to feed him? Wham! The whole ceremony stops and the groomsman carries limp body out of the room. I start smiling and my bride glares at me. You sons of bitches are drunk, aren't you? And we're like 2 feet away from the pastor reading our vows. That's when I lost it. I couldn't stop laughing at the greatness of the situation, which made my bride even more angry, which made me laugh more. We weren't drunk. My bro just locked up his knees for too long. It was great. Okay, last one. All right, last one. One of my groomsmen almost got kicked out of the restaurant during the rehearsal dinner for loudly arguing with the hostess about whether or not the fish were really ethically sourced or not. I can't. I love people. Oh my gosh. So that's all we have for this week's video, guys. I hope it brought you a little bit of light and a little bit of laughter. Every once in a while, I have to do these. They just crack me up so very much. If you enjoy these confession style videos, be sure to give it a thumbs up because I cannot. If you have a confession of your own that you'd like to share, I'm going to put a link down below for I think a type form or whatever, where you can share your own confessions with us. And who knows, maybe you'll make it in the next video if I do this again. And until next week, bye guys.